Hi, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the ICA ChiroCast, part of the ICA podcast series. Today, I have left the Sports Council and I have joined the Pediatric Council today as our guest as we talk about some upcoming exciting news in the ICA Pediatric Council. I am joined today by two of the board members and I'll let them introduce themselves. Patty, you want to go first?
Sure. I'm Patty Schumacher. I have been on the board for 6 years and currently hold the position of Vice President of the Pediatric Council. I have been working on the conference, but for the most part, being involved in the Pediatric Council since 2008, since I got my diplomate.
Awesome. And who else do we have with us?
Hi, I'm Rosemary Schiavi. I am also a diplomate in the PEDS program. I am a committee member on the board, and I'm the jack of all trades member. So whoever needs help, whatever committee needs help, I jump in and give them assistance with whatever they may need. Diplomate since 2008 and helping the organization since.
Awesome. Now, we're joined today because you guys have an upcoming event. Do you want to tell us what this event is, what its name is?
The conference is the Chiropractic Path to Unlocking Neurological Potential and Clinical Roadblocks.
Awesome. Sounds like we're going to talk a lot of good topics in there. And you must have a bunch of speakers lined up, yes?
We sure do.
Yes, we have a great lineup of speakers this year. We have Dr. Laura Hansen, and she's going to be speaking on the pregnant brain and how neurology will shape the journey. We have Dr. Tracy Barnes, which is going to be covering taping to support a healthy pregnancy and taping to support a kid's health. We have Dr. Mackenzie McNamara. She is going to be doing somatovisceral response in the growing child. We have Dr. Patty Schumacher. She's going to be speaking for us this year, and she's going to cover maternal nutrition and early development of the child. We have Dr. Stephanie O'Neill. She'll be covering some SOT technique during pregnancy. We have Carmel Deckel. She will be covering when everything is normal, but pregnancy is not happening. It's more of the functional medicine approach as to why you may not be getting pregnant, which is super important right now. We also have Dr. Mario Fujinari. So if you need those ethics and boundaries hours, which so many of us do before the renewal year, he'll be covering that as well as documentation. And this year we also have Dr. Michael Longyear. He will be covering neurological implications of the eyes and the spine.
I'm hearing helping figure out why you're not getting pregnant, to being pregnant, to giving birth, to early development. So it sounds like you guys are covering 2 or 3 years worth of time here. Is that about right?
Okay.
That's
Just about.
right.
Yeah.
And you guys are part of the PEDS Council. So who is your target audience for this? Do you have to be somebody going for the diplomat, or is this just who's your audience?
This conference is just for anybody that wants to come and get pediatric information. It could be anybody from a student to a seasoned diplomate like ourselves that are looking for more credits and great information.
So if I'm just maybe call a field chiropractor and I've got 2 or 3 people ask me to take care of their kids and I'm not having to get a lot of experience, this conference will be right up their alley, all the way to somebody with a diplomat, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And I heard students too, right? I know chiropractic students are always excited to learn more. They don't have enough going on. You guys have some targeted for students as well, huh?
Most
Yes,
definitely.
it's a great way to introduce students to the whole diplomate program and how they can help with kids.
Now, gas prices are really high where I am. So the idea of traveling right now sounds really expensive to pay. So how far do I have to travel for this conference?
This conference is 100% virtual.
Very good.
So most people are going to luck out and get their 20 credits the easy way by staying home and putting your feet up.
I could do this in my pajamas, is what you're saying.
If you wanted to, Brant.
Yeah.
So when is this conference?
So the conference is going to be November 6th, 7th, and 8th. Our program is laid out to be all day Friday, all day Saturday, and half a day Sunday.
The idea is I just sit down with my computer and tune in all day Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and I'll come out with 20 hours of CE hours. Now, does this cover all the states, some of the states, or most of the states?
Most of the states. Any state that's a PACE state it will be covered. And this year we were fortunate enough to be able to approve California, and that's new for us. That one's a little harder to get approved, and we were able to do it.
Now, what if I have something going on Friday? Can I just jump on Saturday and Sunday, or if I have other arrangements, is it all or none, or can I just dabble in the parts that I have available on my schedule?
You can do all of it or you can do partial.
But if you do partial, you're going to miss out on something good, I have a hunch.
You're going to miss out on some great speakers.
Very good. And so right now, this is the weekend to listen to it, because everyone's going to say, hey, I just want to tune in later and watch this. Right now, there's tentative plans, no plans, or watch it live or miss your chance.
There's
Right now,
tentative
it
plans.
is, yeah. I was going to say it's tentative, but to be on the safe side, watch it live that weekend.
You don't want to miss your chance.
Exactly.
And if you want to get CE for it, you have to be in the live version, most states.
Yeah, that's very true. Very true. This sounds like a really exciting thing. I'm looking forward to this myself, getting to hear these speakers. I know there's a couple I'm excited to hear, a couple topics I'm interested in, because my family history was my grandmother couldn't have children until they drove through Davenport and met a guy named B.J. Palmer. So I know which one I'm interested in. With President Company excluded, is there one that maybe, Rose, you're interested in hearing?
I am excited to hear Michael Longyear. I have never heard him speak, and I hear that he has some phenomenal information and that he is a great presenter of the information. So I'm excited to hear the neurological implications that he's going to talk about.
Anyone ask you the exact same question?
It's really a hard choice. It really is. But I also have never heard Michael Longyear, so I would really like to hear him and see how he teaches and have some golden nuggets to take back to practice on Monday.
I know he's very science-based. A lot of people, when they look at pediatric stuff, they ask that question. Should I expect a lot of philosophy, a lot of science, a lot of technique? What am I going to be walking away with?
Oh, mostly science and technique at this one, not a lot of philosophy. However, most of our docs are pretty centered on the subluxation. That's where we go to for most of our conferences. The neurological component is going to be huge this conference, and the technique varies from conference to conference, and this time we have SOT, so we're excited to see the protocols and procedures for that.
I'll learn about cool stuff and then why it works neurologically.
Exactly.
Awesome. Well, while we're all talking, is there anything more you want to say about this convention that I didn't bring up already?
No, this is going to just be a really great conference. It's going to give you some great information that you can go back to your office with on Monday and share with your patients. And you're going to have a better understanding of neurology and how it relates to pregnancy and kids' health.
Sounds like a lot of good energy, a lot of positive stuff going on. I love it. And if you don't work with kids in your practice, you're missing out on amazing opportunities. And more importantly, the kids are missing out. So this would be great stuff to learn about. I know the Pediatric Council stays pretty active, and I know you guys have a huge convention coming up. But what else do you guys got going on? You guys mentioned the Diplomate program. Can you give us a little tidbit about the Diplomate program?
Our program is a 3-year program. It's 10 months out of a year for those 3 years. So it's 1 weekend a month. And the first year is an exam. The second year is a required paper. And no, I'm sorry. It's the third year is when the paper is due and the practical exam. So it is extensive. It is time consuming, but at the same time, I can't tell you how much more we learned from the beginning to now what we know as to how we've helped so many patients with syndromes or diseases that you never would have thought would have walked through your practice.
Sounds awesome. Now, is this for just doctors, or can students enroll also?
They have to be soon graduated by the time they join our program.
Finishing their schooling.
Yep, they have.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you guys talked about publishing papers. You guys have like all these papers somewhere where I can find them if I wanted to look up research on pediatric chiropractic?
Yep, we have the JCCP, which is the Journal for the Pediatrics, and you can find the link for that on the ICA website. And it's a free journal with lots of research papers and with a lot of good information if you're trying to find some information on a topic and how chiropractic will help.
I've said that link out to some skeptical people who said there's no research at all in taking care of kids, whether it's an insurance company or just a nervous parent. I love sending that art to everybody. So thank you very much for doing that. So as we're wrapping up here, is there anything we didn't talk about that you guys still want to cover, what you're up to?
We have some very exciting news with our Diplomate program, and Dr. Laura Tanis will be speaking with you next month, and she's going to share a little bit of something about that exciting program. And we think a lot of people will be excited about it.
It's a great
It is
cliffhanger.
truly a step in the right direction for our diplomates.
Awesome. So there's our cliffhanger, the reason to come back and make sure you like and subscribe to wherever you're watching or listening to this. So if I wanted to get more information on either the council, the diplomat program, or the upcoming November convention, where would I go? Where would I look for that?
Right on the ICA website, under the Pediatric Council and under events, you should be able to register right there. And then the Know We Well page will also have our information on it.
If I have questions, I imagine I just ask them there as well.
Correct.
All right. Thanks everybody for tuning in and joining us. Did I leave anything out, or are we good? We'll go on the next month.
I think
we
we're good.
covered it all.
All right.
Yeah.
Thanks everybody for tuning in and watching another edition of the ICA ChiroCast. Make sure you like and subscribe, just like I said earlier. And if you got friends that are into pediatrics, or if you got friends in chiropractic that don't take care of kids, send this to them. Let them understand why they should be doing this stuff, because those kids need us. I want to thank my guests for joining us, and we'll talk to you guys again next time.
Thank you, Brant.
Thank you, Brant.